Hello to my future air traffic controllers. This is Athanasios, and today we will make an unofficial video about what will happen after phase 1 and phase 2. Okay. The short answer is that I will not tell you what will happen to you, because every country is different. But from my experience and from a lot of things that I have asked and other stuff, I think that you will learn a lot of things from this video, and these things will help you, and if you follow them, I think that we have a very high probability for the perfection. Okay. Because this channel is not about okay, just pass phase 1, just pass phase 2, just pass the interview, just pass the group assessment, just pass the orthophony class. Okay, it's not about that, it's about perfection. Okay, it's about can we be the people that other candidates will show us and will tell each other, oh, this guy is good, let's follow him. Okay, this is about our channel. Let me give you currently what I do. Currently I have a lot of work, and I don't have time to make videos about first one, to play and things like that, and I have time only when I drive. So I will make, because this video will gonna be long, and I know that will gonna be make long because I want to tell a lot of things, and if you just write them down, the important, and do them, then I think that you will not have any problem at all. You will be one of the best candidates. Okay. This is what I believe. I don't know, because every country is different, every culture is different. So right now I will make a lot of small recordings, and I will make them one big, and this will be the video. Before I will start, before 1 month I had make for one student and friend, Sebastian, and I think that Sebastian will listen to me right now. So hello Sebastian, I hope you the best, bro. I like you a lot. And I have made a recording about Sebastian about the orthophony and about what I think that a group assessment test will be, and what happened to my country about the orthophony test, about the doctors and something like that. Sebastian, pretty quickly before you listen the new things, and after that you will listen the same audio, and don't listen the same audio because you have listened it. But what I want to tell you is that, if I remember well, I didn't tell you that about the orthophony commands, that you will take the orthophony commands from what the radar test in Sky test had, and what the radar and what Sky test first 1 coordination test had, about what commands we give to the pilot about the rotation, the degrees and the heading. You will give to ChatGPT this, you will give the airplanes names and like that, and you will say to ChatGPT what I forgot to tell you, because I listened my recording again. He's like, ChatGPT, make me 20 examples, okay, and you will tell these 20 examples and you will record yourself and you will listen to yourself, okay. And I don't know if you have like, from all of you guys, you don't understand anything. You will understand when the time passes and you will listen the audio, because I told with a lot of details to Sebastian. And what else? Wait, this is a freestyle video again. Sorry guys. And what I want to tell you, and you will listen to yourself, and you might, Sebastian and other guys, have listened some videos about how air traffic controllers talk, and pilots, like they talk pretty quickly, okay. Because you are new, because you have not knowledge, because a lot of things, you will not talk quickly. Quickly is a trap, because they do not only talk quickly, but they do not also, they also do not like re-saying what they say. For example, let's suppose that I want to tell you the word Z2530, turn right to 83 degrees, okay. You will understand, guys, from after you will listen the Sebastian audio. You should not tell, like, for example, Z2 35 4, turn right to 83 degrees, okay. The is wrong, and also, for example, the rephrasing is wrong. I don't remember how this word is in English, but for what I want to tell you is Z3 2, okay, no. And you understand, like, we will not have like Z3 2, no, we don't have that, okay. And if you read fast, then you will have problems. The fast is a trap, okay. You should talk normally, how I talk to you right now. And okay, let's go. Before I will tell about the interview, which is, the interview is a very big, very, oh my god, it is very an interview, like, advices might take hours, okay, because there is a lot of science behind that. Before I will start give advices, first I should tell you who am I, but not from the air traffic controller's side, from the other side, to understand that what I will give you is not like things that came from my mind and something like that, and this is from things that I have read and searched a lot. Okay, so I will tell you who am I. Okay, unfortunately I didn't know about the information that there are air traffic controllers, and you can start from the zero, and they will train you for 1 or 2 years, depends on the airport and the job, and they will take you from the zero. They will train you, not just for free. They will pay you as a salary, and they will train you, and after that you get the job. I didn't have any clue. My information, I was thinking that this was like a pilot, that you take a lot of money to have a degree, and most of degrees might like in big European countries and like that. And I didn't have any hope at this because I didn't have money back then. And yeah, when I was kid, I was playing with airplanes RC or video games about airplane simulators and like that, but unfortunately I didn't have the information about these jobs. I was thinking that you must pay a lot of money to get degrees. So what I did, my second option was like to study economic science in a business school. For us in my country, universities are free and good also, and I was a very good student, one of the best there, and I was like, if it was something like a mini lesson outside from an organization, how to make your resumes, what you can do in the interview, what are the different jobs that you can hit out there, and something like that. I was taking like all these things. If I had like a chance, I would have taken. I took these chances, and I learned a lot of things. And after my school gives you the opportunity to do internships with very good companies like world corporations, something like that. They call them Big Four in accounting and in strategic and these things. And these companies like take the best candidates. Like they have like 2,000 resumes, and they take like 100. And I see this probability, and I was like, fuck, now I have a good marks on my degree, but this is not I should also talk, I should also dress, I should tell some words good in the interview, to learn about the history of the company, to learn the purpose, to see behind what a CEO wants, what an HR wants from this role, to see more strategically, okay? And this time was the time that I was deep to YouTube videos from HRs, and I have seen like tons of these videos, and write it down. Back then we didn't have artificial intelligence like ChatGPT and something like that, okay? And I had like seminars from my country. I have the YouTubers HRs, and after that I see that this was working, that I do something good, thanks God. And some of my friends from different fields got my help because they knew, and I helped them, and they also get the jobs that they want. So I have like experience from this, and one of the best banks in my country collabs with one of the best universities. No one, with a lot of the best universities in my country, and they give free seminars, but it is like 200 from the 400 applicants, something like that. And it was about HR management, human resource management, the people that hires, that get all this process, like they search the candidates, they write to the LinkedIn about jobs description and apply, they do the interviews, they talk to the CEO that these guys are good and something like that. And thanks God they take me for free, and this seminar, it was like 100 hours, and a lot of very good professors talk about that. So what I want you to tell you in short is that what I will tell you right now about interviews, it is like a mix from my university, a mix from seminars, a mix from YouTube HRs with millions of followers, and not from my mind, okay? And someone can convert it to his own job field. It is not about only air traffic controller. Someone can understand and convert it, okay? So if you want, you can, and you like what I will tell you and you find them important, you can also send the link to your friends. So let's begin. First I will talk about the appearance, what you should wear, because is the most easiest, like, and trust me, unfortunately, because look, if you will have a professional HR for your interview, then appear doesn't matter. But unfortunately, most, like 99% of HRs, when I say HRs, is the person that you that will make the interview, okay? Unfortunately, these people, 99%, are biased, okay? And they check what you wear, okay? Hello again. I don't remember where I was. So if you're missing something, ask me on the comments. So I will talk what men should wear, okay, and what I think that women should wear, because I never have searched for women, okay. So for men, and also unfortunately my English is bad. At some things I'm very good in English, and at some other things I'm very bad. For example, to give directions, to tell what a supermarket has, food, drinks, what someone wears and something like that, my vocabulary is very bad in this. So I will try, and with your imagination and the help of artificial intelligence, you will find out what I want you to tell you. Okay, so for men, the best, okay, I will start for the best. The best option is to have a suit, okay, a suit with not tie. A suit should be gray or blue, but when I say blue, I don't mean light blue. I mean like blue, navy blue, something like that, okay. White shirt or blue shirt. For example, if you wear a gray suit, you can wear blue shirt. But if you wear blue suit, you cannot wear blue shirt also, okay. The belt should be, yes, you should wear a belt also, and your shirt will be inside of the trousers, okay, always. What I'm telling you right now has a lot of science behind, but if I will start to tell you about the colors, about the belt, about, it will be like 1 hour, okay. So the belt should be brown, okay, not black, only brown. And your shoes, which will be like good shoes, you know what I mean, like shoes that goes with a suit, okay, should be also brown, okay, not black. Watch, yes, you can wear a watch if you want. The best watch, it is a watch with blue dial. It can be bracelet or with leather, but if it is with leather, it should be brown, okay. Not problem if you do not wear a watch, okay. So this is the first option. The second option is to not have a suit, but the suit is the best, okay. And I repeat again, do not wear tie. Tie is for companies like banks, like advisories, like companies that has to do with big clients, that I am advisor and I go to big companies to give advices, okay. So the second option is not, if you do not want to have a suit, is like, okay, blue or white shirt and a good trousers. When I mean trousers, I mean like not jeans, you know, like a good trousers, like how is the trousers of the suit, something like that, with color gray or brown or blue, and also always brown belt. Yes, you must have a belt, and brown shoes, okay. The third option is that to have a white shirt or blue shirt and a jean, okay, and good shoes. I want your shoes to be clear, okay. I want your shoes to be clear and not to be like with I don't know, a Nike or Adidas with the logo to show up, something like that. I want to be like quiet shoes, that the brand is not shown and do not has weird colors and like double 2, 3, 4 colors and something like that, okay. I think that for the third option, for you that you do not have a good closet, like I think that you might have a total black shoe to wear, okay, or a total white. So what you should not wear, not, okay, don't go with a shirt. When I say shirt, you know what I mean. I mean that you can wear a tie that has buttons and like that. And always when I mean something, I mean like to be, to not show skin, to not be like a t-shirt, like, you know, to be full, to not show your skin, like to be until your only your palm. So do not go there with a t-shirt and a logo. It is like, damn, don't do that, okay? Very unprofessional. If you do not have anything and you don't want to buy, but I recommend you to buy your first option, okay? My first option, I recommend you to buy that, okay? But you don't want to, or something like that, and you only have t-shirts, okay, go with a t-shirt but without logos, without a lot of colors. Like, do you have a white t-shirt? Do you have a blue t-shirt? Go, okay? About the hair and the mustache and the beard, I don't know how you tell that, okay? The most safe option is to have short hair and not mustache or beard or something like that, to be completely cutted. And if you see the best sellers, and when I mean sellers, I don't mean like sellers from YouTube and something like that, real sellers that sell, that this is their job, like they go to companies, they do an agreement and they go to other companies and sell the company's things. This is their job. Most of them are like short hair, and when I mean short hair, I don't mean like too much short, like to show skin. No, I want you to have hair and do not show skin, like, you know, from the left and right that we usually young boys do. No, I want hairs, not skin, and not skin, okay? Short hair. They are like that, and they are completely cutted from down, like no mustache, no beard, no nothing, okay? This is the most safety thing to do. If you, for some reason, you don't want to do that, but I recommend you to do that, I want you to be like clean, to be like your appearance, to be like well organized, to be something smooth, something good. Like, do you have a long hairs, very long hairs, like ponytail? Okay, clean your hair, make them as short as possible, like, I don't know, not ponytail, laughing, something like this tail of the tail, to do like something to not so very long, okay? How are the fly attendances that they have make the hair somehow to look small, even if they have very long hairs, okay? Something like that. Or your beard should be like well organized, to not be like I am homeless, okay?
And someone will ask me, but Athanasius, I know that some air traffic controllers go to their job with pajamas and something like that. Yes, okay, this is true. They don't care about the appearance, but this is like after you go there, and they will know you. And when I mean after, because for 1 and 2 years you will only do education and do not have a real job, but they will pay you like you have a real job. Okay, after these 2 years, after you will be well known, yes, you will go with pajamas, you will go with a bikini, I don't know. Okay, after, before, you will be like you go on a date, you will be very well dressed. Okay, about our women of our channel, look, I will give advices from what I have seen with my eyes. I didn't search that, I didn't hear from some HR, or I don't remember. I think that they have tell things, because in the class we had also women, but I didn't give like my focus, okay, there. So what I have seen from some women that I admire, and I think that they know what they are doing in their lives. Okay, okay, let's go. So I don't know how they told it. I will told it suit also. A suit, from up is like something like jacket, and from down is a skirt or trousers. Probably because I think that the flight attendant in the airplane are very well dressed, okay, and I think that they are a good example. I think that they wear skirts, not trousers, so I think that the first option it will be that, like grey jacket and grey skirt, and the second option and white shirt or blue, and the second option will be like no skirt, wear trousers like a suit, grey or blue, and the shirt should be like white or blue. The third option should be like you don't have a suit, okay, go with a shirt and trousers. The fourth option, shirt and jeans, okay, and so on. About the shoes, unfortunately, I don't know about the shoes. I want your shoes to have one color, to not be fancy and something like that, and always be clean. The shoes, your nails, this go from men and women, okay. I want you. This shows a lot of things about the soft skills behind, okay, the appearance. And not only about soft skills, about how important this job is for you, or about how professional is you. Nothing from what I tell you is like random. Nothing is from my head, okay, all are science. Your hair, as I told, from boys that have like long hair, and about the Levi, how would you tell it, like necklaces, like ear, in ears, like gold and something like that. Do not wear, okay, do not wear anything. not ear piercing, not big necklaces, not fancy things. Okay, just what I told you. After you get the job, and after you will be well known, and after do whatever you like, okay? And guys, this is not like what I tell you, these things, and after what I will tell you, okay? These things are not like I am an actor, okay? I am an actress and something like that. No, okay? This is about professional, how to be professional, okay? For example, I talk and I have a different approach to my mother, to my father, to my friend, to my colleague, to my boss, to you, okay? You are like my small brother, my small my younger brother, my younger sister, my students, okay? Something like that. But I have pretty different approach. I have different vocabulary. If someone sees me, he will tell like, oh, this like two different persons. No, I'm one person, but I'm not different. It is like I am the sum of all of these characters is Athanasios, okay? I am one. This is about how to be professional, okay? So don't worry, I will be like an actor or something like that. These are bullshits, guys. You are you. But how you go to a date when you meet someone that you like, someone that you love, okay? How you go? You are you, but your performance is different. But you are you. You are not an actor there, okay? So let's continue. This is about the appearance. So you go there and they will do you questions, okay? It depends of how good is the HR, or even if you have HR, because there is not might an HR and might be someone who has not knowledge at all, okay? But I will tell some questions and I will give you some advices for the answers, and you will take my advices. You will study these questions. Like think a little bit. Now guys, we are on the easy parts, okay? The hard parts are the first, and you passed them, okay? Now you are on the easy track, but if you practice the easy part, they will see you like, oh, he's serious about that, oh, he know what he's doing, oh, he have make his research, okay? And this will be good because they might tell these HRs to your future air traffic controllers teachers, or you might be not alone there and might be other guys also, and these guys, like your future colleague, will see you and they will tell, oh, he's good, let's become friends, let's have him close, he knows things, I want to learn from him, okay? This is about our channel, okay? Our channel is go like as close to perfection, okay? So always like 99% in all interviews, the first questions, it don't depend, the job not depend, the first question is the same. tell me about yourself. This is the first question, like 99% of all of times, okay? And here you should think that as you are with your future employer and you are on an elevator and you are in the company, for example, okay? Yes, you are a part of the company, of a very, very big company, and in very, very big companies, employers do not know the employees, because, for example, they might be like 5,000 employees, okay? And you have the chance somehow, from out of the blue, out of the random, like to be in the same elevator with your employer, and you have like you are on the 0 and you go like to 6 or 7, okay, roof, and you have like 1 minute, and he asks you, your employer, who are you, okay? And you have 1 minute to tell him who are you. This is the elevator speech. Tell me about yourself is the elevator speech. You can search a lot of HR, explain them. The artificial intelligence is very good. When I was study all about that, there were not artificial intelligence. Now the things are very easier, but artificial you should know how to use AI to give you good answers that are on your metrics and to be like real, okay? So tell me about yourself. Usually HRs they advise people to start and tell only recent things, okay? For example, you will not talk about they advise not to talk about what you do in your teenager years, something like that. They want you like to be very recent, what you do recently, and after that why you like this job, why you like this company, because sometimes the company matters, but for us in air traffic controllers do not matters, because it is like monopoly, okay? In my country is monopoly. It is like a public job, so it is like a government job, okay? So I will not tell about the company, like good, some things good about the company, something like that. I think it is the same for you. So what you do recently, why you want this job, and why you think you are good for this job. Like 3 things, okay? 3 key points in one, and max 2 minutes, maximum 2 minutes. I think that 1 minute and like 15 seconds or half, 1 minute and half is good. Do not go above 2, okay? This is how it's going, and I haven't tried artificial intelligence. You can try that, but I think that I don't know what it will tell you. Try that, but my perspective here, okay, is different. I will give some different advices, and I will tell you go something go differently. I will give examples and you will understand, okay? What I would probably tell about myself, okay, is that, and I will explain that, and this is real, but I'm not good in English, so I will be like a little to think. It is like I always like airplanes and the airspace and something like that. I always played from a young age video games, and for example flight simulators, and I have airplanes RC like to play. RC is, if you do not know, is like a toy. It's like it's like a toy. And but back then I didn't have the information that I could apply as an air traffic controller, and I thought that they must have a degree, and this degree would probably be very pricey. Unfortunately, I thought it was the same as a pilot, and I went from my second option, which was like to be an economist, and I studied economics. As I told you before, in my country, like you give a competition and the universities are free, okay? A national competition, and I went to economics, and there I was one of the best students, and I have worked as a junior accountant from 3 years, and this job helped me a lot to be more well organized, to be more detail oriented, to be more problem solver and something like that. And I learned the information that air traffic controllers is a job that they teach you on the job, on hands training, and I make very good research, and I think that this is like my dream job, because I always like airspace and airplanes, but I wanted like to be on office, to be on home and have a family, and I think that it is the best job there. Okay, something like that, guys. From this, what I have shown that I am a guy who have learned a lot of things. I have a guy that I have worked in real jobs. I was a good student. I always like that. I gave some soft skills, okay, that they want to hear, like well organized, problem solver, detail oriented, focused, and something like that. And I give like a vision that what I want to do in my life. I want to have a family, and I do not want to travel from country to country and something like that. I want something stable. I want a career. I want to return at my home, okay? So there it is very good. And yeah, I will probably do that. I make my research and I learn some theory about aviation, air traffic, something like that. Yes, you can tell that, because if you have watched my videos, these guys are theory. All the things that I have told you, most of them do not know them, okay? You have a feeling, especially after you will hear the recording that I sent to Sebastian. I give a lot of information about how this job goes, okay? I want you like to be your real self, okay? I want you like to be your real self, but you are on a date, okay? You are on a date, guys. Do not be 100% like chill, okay? You want to show yourself. You sell yourself like you are a brand name. You are a hero of your own story, okay? We must sell ourselves like we are sellers, okay? We are sellers, and we tell them why me, why you should hire me, okay? But always have like your own reality, okay? Like do not tell 100% lies, okay? Was my personal tell me about yourself like 10 of the 10 score? I don't know, but its score was very good because I saw them that I think that air traffic controllers is the best job. I saw them that I have some soft skills. I saw them that I make my research about that, and you can tell that you talk also with different people with air traffic controllers and something like that, which is not like a lie because I am a future air traffic controller. So we have a discussion right now, okay? You listen to me basically. So another example, okay? From some of you that, okay, you knew how the things went in the first place, like you are very young, like 18 or 20 years old or something like that. So you can tell something like I knew about so how it's going. Let's start, okay? I knew about airspace and airports jobs from very young age because of my father, for example. He was like in an office in an airport, and I like all that. And I knew that I wanted to be something related in the airspace and airplanes, and I have searched from very young age about all these jobs, all these careers, and what are the pros, what are the cons, and I think that air traffic controllers is the best option. Because it is how to tell it, you have the highest career and you are in a very fast-paced environment, and you cannot get bored, and you have highly anxiety. I don't know how. High stress. It is a high stress environment, and I like all that. I like to be on focus, to be on alert, to do not get bored, to work all the time, and I think that I have all these soft skills, and I want like to be the best, something like that, okay? This is something else. If you guys have worked in your life, I was like an accountant, a junior accountant from 3 years. Find your job's soft skills and transfer them. There is like the transfer, or your hard skills of the job, and transfer them. Like there is 2 words: upskilling and reskilling. Okay, upskilling is like I have a skill and I want it to make higher. Like for example, I am a programmer and I make small games, and I want to upskill. So I want like to learn the knowledge to make better games, higher games, AA plus games, something like that. And there is the reskilling. Okay, I am an accountant and I am very well organized, I am very detail oriented, I am very focused, and because of my job, because I have to do with numbers, and if I do something wrong there will be consequences. Okay, because company take his strategic plans from my reports. Okay, and I want to transfer these skills that I have learned to the aviation, to the air traffic control. These skills that I have learned, I want like to be focused, like to not make airplanes to crash. Okay, so you can do something like that if you have worked in your life. Okay, or if you are very good in something, I don't know, like in a sport, you are like a national level on a sport, like I don't know, like football, like wrestling, like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I don't know, then you can tell something about you that you think you are proud of, and tell me about yourself and transfer that to air traffic control, how this will help you. Like for example, I was a national competition in freestyle wrestling, and I have learned how to make how it called in English. Oh, I'm stuck. It is a word in English. Sacrifices, yes. And I have learned how to make sacrifices and how to be on focus and how to be 100% there. And I think that as a person I like to have a similar job like that, and I think that the best job, it will probably like air traffic controller, because you must be 100% there to not think different things when you work, and be 100% in the aircrafts, and something like that. Okay, guys, there are tons of examples, but what I've told you about the three in tell me about yourself. You should tell three things. Okay, what you do recently or in the past that have a connection, okay, with that. Why you want to become an air traffic controller, and why the employer hires you. What do you bring on the table? Okay, and some HR will tell that if someone has a long experience, he will probably do not tell about I am that, I am this, I am that. Like I like high pressure environments. I like to be focused. I like to be detail oriented. I like to be problem solver and something like that. He will not tell this word. He will tell some things from his life that show these things indirectly, and this is better because you show them with an example. But here guys, we are different. Okay, we do not have experience. We are young. If you can do that, it's better. Unfortunately, right now, this time right now that I talk to you, I can't unfortunately think something to help you and all tell me about yourself is something I tell like I'm that and I'm that and I'm that. Okay, like I tell the soft skills that we need to tell. But this is very good actually. Okay, this is works like you have like 8.5 on 10, like 9 on 10, okay, score. If you do that, you probably have like 10. Please do not tell me about yourself that this is high paying job. Don't tell something I don't know what to do in my life and I am a loser and somehow I find out and this is my salvation. Do not tell something like that. I don't want you to look like you are a loser, okay? I don't want you to give things like yourself, okay? I don't want you to be like a gold digger. I do that only for money, because if you do that only for money, it will be a little more hard for you if you do that only and only about the money, because it's a very high paying job, okay? I don't want you to go here and do not have prepared this question at all, okay? This is 100% foul. I want you to prepare them. I want all the questions that we will tell. I want you to record yourself with your phone and see after that yourself how you was. It is like the best practice. If you do that, is the best, guys. And do not get bored. Do that like 5 times. Yeah, and you will be cringed because you see yourself and you will be like, ew, how am I? Yeah, this is helps, guys. This is helps. Do that. This is help. Do not do that on the mirror. It's better to record and see after yourself. It's better that. And mirror is a second option. Do that. This is one of the best practices. So, and what I want to tell you before I move to the next question is that, guys, look, unfortunately, I don't know if I have told it before in this video that you are listening right now. Unfortunately, if there is a professional, not unfortunately, basically, if there is a professional HR and he knows what he's doing, and for example, he has 6 questions to make you, okay, then he will calculate it what HRs have. HRs okay, you have a discussion, something like that, and after that you leaving, they have a paper and they have did he tell me this, did he tell me that, did he tell me that, how good I think that I was in this, how good I think that he is on that, and something like that, okay? He has a paper and he ticks his mark, and something like that, and he sometimes he write down also what you said, and they go to the manager or the employer or something like that, and they tell these guys tell me these things. He didn't tell me about these things. He didn't have them, and something like that. Okay, this is a science behind, and all the questions are have the same grade. Okay, but what happens in most of times, because the HRs are not professionals, the HRs have are not how to tell that in English, how they saw his own world in a candidate. They have their own perspectives, and they are objective and not what happened. You are a god, and when you are the god, you see down, and you have a different view Okay, I can't explain that, unfortunately, but they most of times HRs, unfortunately, they do not calculate the questions with like they are the same, and they see your appearance and they see you how you answer in the first question, or okay, sometimes and in the second question, or sometimes even on the third question, but most of times it is like appearance and first two questions and something like that, and they have already made their decision, their outcomes, and the other question is like just to question you, like to show you that I'm a professional. Okay, so what I want you to tell you, like the first question is like, unfortunately for them, but fortunately for us, because we know, okay, we have the knowledge, it is like the most important. Okay, so I want you to practice that and all the questions. Okay. And new recording. I don't remember if the last time I told you about the teamwork, that teamwork is very important. If you can show that in the tell me about yourself question, and also about that someone likes the stress environment and something like that. Most of you guys, if you have worked in have a job before, most of job have a stress, okay, have teamwork, have something like that. That's why I'm sure that I told that, like reskilling. Okay, I have some skills, I should convert them and show them, and show to the HR that I can reskill my soft skills in these jobs to my new and dream job, air traffic control. Okay, so this is the first and the most important question. After, I don't know how things will go. I don't know which would be the second question, or the third, or the fourth, and so on. Okay, unfortunately, I don't know how the questions, how I will probably categorize the next questions. Okay, the next questions might be like hypothetical questions and behavior questions. Okay, one category is that. Another category is like history tasks, history decisions that you made. These two categories for us in our interview, okay, is exactly the same. I will explain that after, or not exactly the same, but they are look alike. Other questions will be like strengths and weaknesses. Other category might be why you like to become an air traffic controller, what you know about this job. Okay, so how I will do that, I don't have a lot of time to talk. Okay, let's do that and we see. So we will start, as I said, basically the next question, if an HR makes a lot of question, it will go from easy to break the ice, as we said, like, because when we are young, okay, you have not make a lot of interviews. Fortunately for me, I had a lot of opportunity to make a lot of interviews and to not have problem talking and sell my image to them, okay, because I have a lot of tries, because before my internship I went to 20 companies, okay, I tried all of them and I have a very good success rate, 8 of the 10 companies want me, and this is very happy, and I'm happy for that. It means that I did something good, I studied, and this is very good. I forget what I want to tell. So, for example, the next question might be what I want you to tell you is you might have done in your life 0 interviews, okay, and this is not a problem. Wait. Okay, I am driving right now, sorry guys. And this is not a problem, and they know that, they understand that, and when they start from easy questions, and after they go to hard questions, okay, hard question that you should think a lot. So if I was an HR and I would like to make a lot of questions, but they might make you only 3 questions, okay, or only 4 or something like that. We will make more in these videos, more questions. I will probably, the second question that I would ask will be why you want to become an air traffic controller. And in our first question, we told that, okay. So I will probably, if someone have told me that, I will probably do not ask him again. But this might be for the second question, or if it's not this is the second question, might be a question so what do you believe that an air traffic controller is? Okay, what is the task of an air traffic controller? And I will not answer you this question, because this question will be answered after you will listen the recording that I did to Sebastian, and after that you will Google and use artificial intelligence and see some YouTube videos. You will know exactly what it is, okay? But in my videos and in my that I have explained the tasks, okay? And so this was the 2 types of the second question, okay? Third questions. Let's go to strengths and weaknesses. What are your strengths? Okay, will be one question, and other question will be tell me about 3 weaknesses of yours, or 1 weakness of yours. So about the first question, the strong points. Guys, we are all unique, but I'm sure that we are all unique, and I'm sure that all of you have one good thing, okay? Some of you, because I believe that all the people that we passed Phase 1 and Phase 2, I think that we have very capable minds, okay? And if something is good for our soul, for our health, and we give hard work, I think that we will achieve that, okay? I want you to have confidence. Do not be underconfident, okay? You did a great job. You pass first, which is not an easy thing, okay? It is a hard thing. So, flex about that. Okay. So, all of us, we have one thing that we are very good, okay? But I want you to tell something that is important for them, not for you. For example, I will give an example. This is an example, this is not a reality, okay? I am a very good artist. I paint very well. My painting is like a photograph. It is very good. It is like, I don't know, Pablo Picasso. This is two different things. Pablo Picasso draw like a kid, and photograph is like a robot. So, fuck. I give you an example. Okay, they don't care about that. Okay, they care about, are you well organized? Do you like... Oh, wait. Plan B, guys. I will probably had a conflict with my car. Let's go to change the route. Damn. No conflict. Now I'm safe. So, what is important? Like, are you a team player? Are you a problem solver? Are you well organized? Are you a team player? Okay, these are important for them. If you tell them something, okay, it will probably something about this, and I will and when you will tell a strong point, you should always use an example about that, okay? You should explain why the word that you said is valid, okay? And it is not just a single word. And what I will tell, for example, I will tell, I think that my strong point is that I am a problem solver. From a very young age, I would like a lot to solve problems on maths. I would like to not have conflicts when I play these video games with aircrafts. I would I would always like want to when I solved something, I was like very happy about that. I had like a lot of dopamine in my system, something like that. This is one answer, for example. Okay, another, it will be like I have a lot of strong points, but I think that my best strong point is that I'm a very good team player. For example, when I was I play like for 10 years football, and I learned how to have a good team is very important, because if you give the information that someone needs, or for example, do not only from football, also from school, we had a lot of teamwork exercise. And right now, if you give also numbers, like for example, in a football team, you are 11 players. This is a lot of complexity going on. Complexity is good. It's like football, teamwork. It might be more hard than basketball, okay? This is an example. This is not a correct or false. And I tell this because of the members of the team, that 10 members are a lot. For example, in school there might be some exercises that 2 people were together, okay? In other might be 5. 5 is more complex than 2, okay? If you want, tell a number about that. And for example, from school or from university, or I have a lot of members in my family, like we are 5 children, something like that. And I learn about if you are very good and you are listening and you are humble and not like overconfident and greed, something like that, and you have all have the perfect communication and the perfect information given one to each other, then miracles can happen. And we did a lot of miracles. We managed a lot of things that someone from alone couldn't do that, even if it was like in elite level, like world champion and something like that, okay? This is examples, guys. Other example might be like detail oriented, okay? I think that I'm very detail oriented, and I like all things to be perfectly connected. For example, from a very small age, young age, in school, I always write very well, and I did like grammar or vocabulary mistakes. I put like all was in their place, and I have seen sometimes even in the TV that somewhere in the news they had wrong vocabulary spells and something like that, and my eyes goes immediately when I read something, goes immediately if something is wrong, if something is very well. This is an example, guys, about detail oriented. And from my job, which is like a data entry job, because I enter a lot of numbers, a lot of letters and something like that, I'm very good at it, and I do not make mistakes. Everything is perfect. What else we can say? Team player, I said that. Detail oriented, I said that. Focus, about focus. I think that one of the best points is that I am concentrated very well. For example, I have seen that when I compare myself to other people, I see that I am the guy that can sit to a chair and go and study like 8 hours straight and do a job that someone else might done that in 1 week and something like that. When I sit in my chair and I study, or I read a book, or I do an exercise or something like that, my mind do not go off, and I think that this is a very strong point, because this job needs that, and so on, okay? Other example might be if you are a very good student. This is not bad at all. Like, I think that my strong point is that I am very active learner. I like to learn a lot, and I think that is this is very good, because from a very young age, when I was a kid, I was like the best student. I always like to read, I always like to be on top, and also I have do a lot of seminars in different fields in my life, just because I like to learn new things. I think that I will be a student until I will die, something like that, okay? These examples that I'm thinking right now, I'm not well organized, I'm not well focused, guys. But if you take my questions, take my structure, and think about that, you say to help you, something like that, you will probably make very good things. This video is an unofficial video, okay? It is not an official video. An official video, it is a video that I'm more prepared what I say, okay? I have like bullet points. Now there is no any bullet point at all. So this is something, okay? So this is about this question. As I said, use something, tell something that they care about, and explain that why do you have that, okay? With examples. Fourth question, or like the three but the second part, weak point. So look here how the things goes. The answer should have 2 points, okay? One point is about to tell your weak point, and this weak point should not be something that they care about, okay? And the second point of the answer is to explain them that you do things to minimize it, to make it like smaller and not so much weakness, okay? So you probably will not tell them that you have problem, for example, that you cannot focus, that you have HTT, I don't know how it's called, or for example, you are not a team player and you want only to work alone, or for example, you don't like, you are not good in I don't know, in timing, you are not well organized, something like that, okay? And if you think that one of these is your weak point, okay, your real weak point, I think that you should rethink, because I personally believe that this is not your best problem, and the reason that I tell that is because you passed Phase 1 and Phase 2, okay? You have some skills, and even if you think that this is it, which is not, because you passed and you already have approved that, okay? Please don't tell that. It is like you tell to them like, I don't know what's happening, I am there, I am here in the interview by luck, okay? And something like that. It is like red flag, okay? So what you can say? You can say everything you want, that they don't care. For example, about this, what I told you, the creativity, these jobs, the air traffic controller job, yes, you must be okay, a little bit creative. Yes, of course, we are not robots, but we have a manual, okay, we have there is a problem, we do this or this, we have this problem, we do that or that, okay. So it is not like, oh, you have a problem, you should find a new solution, something that it is not in the books, okay, something that it is not in the training. This job has not to do with that. It is like very well organized things that you should do, and if you do 1, 2, 3, 4, then you are a master, okay. They will train you, they will train us even if we have like emergency scenarios and like that, okay. So we go by the book. That's what I want you to tell you. If you go by the book and you are perfect on that, then you should not be like the best creative person or something like that. So what I would probably tell, it is like, I think that my biggest weakness is like I'm not creative. I like to be more well organized, and for some problems use tools that they have taught me, and not like to find a solution that someone didn't have taught me, or I searched on the internet or something like that and I couldn't find a tool about that. For example, I'm not good at drawing things. I'm not good in the arts. I like to have some tools and use that. I'm a good problem solver if I have the tools. If I don't have the tools, I cannot create from my mind new tools. What I do about that, because I want like to solve that, I usually, when there is a scenario like that, for example in school, when I should draw, or for example in exercises of the university, when I should like make a project, and this project should have like a marketing behind, and something nice to the eye, something catchy. Usually I thought a lot about that, and I didn't like how to tell the word, I didn't give up easily, and always ask other people to help me in this, because I think that if you are a good team player, then you can make miracles, something like that, okay. In this example, okay, that I've told you right now, I tell them something that they don't care a lot about that. I tell them that I go by the book and by the tools, and I don't do like things out of my mind, okay. I tell them that I'm a team player and I ask help from other people and I don't give up, okay. I tell them like this question was like more to give positives and less negatives, okay. It is like, you tell me to tell you one bad thing about me, yes, I will tell you something that you don't care, and I will show you what I do about that, and what I do is more important than my weakness, okay, something like that. What else you can do? What else you can say in this example? You can say actually what you like. Let me think something else. Okay. Let's go about that. I don't remember the word in English. How to tell that? Okay. I don't remember the word, how to tell that, and I will explain you. Okay. For example, okay, I do that. I will tell something else. Okay. I think that I am not a good leader. I think that I lack in leadership skills. And why I've told that? Because I think that I like a lot more to be a good team player and not to press other people to make achievements, to be the better versions of themselves and something like that. I want all we are equal and all listen about each other and something like that. In these scenarios I'm very good. In scenarios like I have someone that are more down than me and I should tell them do that, it might be not the best one, but I try that a lot to be a good leader. For example, in team exercises, in school or university, I take the role of the leader of purpose so I can practice that and become better. And I think that this skill, with the practice, it can be very good. And I think that a leader should have a lot of knowledge and how to have empathy, how to motivate and things like that, how to give the goal, and something like that. And I try that. So, do they care? So guys, this was one answer. Do they care about the leadership position? No, because the system is like that all the pilots listen to you. They are not like, I do whatever I like. No, when I listen the voice of the air traffic controller, I listen to them, and if I have a problem, yes, I will tell them to understand my position as a pilot. But in the end of the day, the pilot can see as far as his eyes can see, okay? But an air traffic controller see much more than that, okay? See the weather, see the other aircraft, see the wind, sees a lot of more things than the pilot. So the pilot will listen at the end of the day, will do the orders, okay? So they don't care about that, because it will be like easy, it will be a good communication. Don't tell like your weakness is you don't have communication skills and something like that. Very bad. An air traffic controller must have good communication skills, okay? Leadership skills are different than communication skills. They have some things in common, but they are different, okay? Leadership skills are to be a manager, okay? So this was one second example of answer. What else we can say? Also, don't tell something like I don't have multitasking skills. This is also a red flag. Okay, don't tell something like that. And you have that. And your proof that you have that is phase 1 and phase 2. Okay, you don't need something more. And if you think that you lack something on that, don't worry, guys. All these soft skills that you listen right now, all these soft skills, you can practice them and be good at any soft skills that you like with practice, okay? So it's about the teacher, not about the student. If you think that you are not good, your teacher has the problem, not you. Okay, if you try and have a good teacher, you can, and you try hard and you want that, okay, then you can do that. You can do everything. If it is good for your soul, okay, and your health, of course. So, next questions that I like a lot. Personally, I like them a lot. I don't know if they will do you that, or if psychologists makes you these questions. I don't know. But it's about hypothetical questions or behavioral questions. So there are tons of different questions about that, but I will make some few and you will understand that, and you can make in your head your own questions, or you can ask AI, artificial intelligence, to tell you questions like that, and you will try your answers. Okay, so one question might be something like you see your okay, let's suppose, okay, this is a hypothesis. Now I'm telling you the question, okay, and you tell you, candidate, let's make a hypothesis, okay? This is a question about to see you how you react in this. Let's suppose that you had one of your colleague, and you see this colleague that he wants a lot like to sleep. He didn't sleep last day very well, and you see that he is not so good this day. He has problems and might bad happen. What do you do? Okay, what would you do? I am not good at grammar, you understand? Okay, this is a hypothesis, and you give a hypothetical answer. So, these answers, I think personally it is personal, okay? I don't know if it's perfect or not. In hypothetical questions, I think that we should be diplomatic, and like when I don't know if you have seen any video on YouTube about financial advice and something like that, and people tell in the start of the video, I'm not a financial advisor, please make your own research, please don't count at me, okay, because I'm not a professional. And they do something like that as a disclaimer. It is good in questions like that, I think it is personal, to make a disclaimer like, unfortunately I am young and I am not very, and I do not have some professional skills that they comes naturally as the time pass, and you do and you work and you understand how the working environment and how the working rules are go, okay? But if you want me to answer this question, what I will probably do, okay? And in most of these questions, sorry about that I will tell you, okay? the best answer to give, it is like I will probably talk to the supervisor, okay? And you cut this question like I am not a professional, I don't know, I'm young, I will just talk to the supervisor, boom, like 2 sentences and you passed. But okay, don't do that. Make also some other sentences, like what you probably do. And what is the third sentence? The first is like I'm not a professional and I do not know, I don't have the knowledge. The second is I will probably talk to my supervisor. And the third is question I will be motivational. Like when I mean motivational, I will go to like the third question is about empathy, to have empathy, okay? The third sentence. And when I mean empathy, I mean like for example, I will ask about my colleague, what happens to you? Oh, I didn't sleep very well last night and I'm not good, I won't like to sleep. And I will be like, to have empathy, okay, it happens, but please be careful because there are lives on its aircraft and you are very important for our team, and it is not good that like it is good like to tell to the supervisor to know and something like that, okay? Like to have empathy, to be motivational, like to go to the other guy and tell them like you are a psychologist, please talk to me, please talk to the supervisor to make some changes. He might tell you, okay, take a break, sleep for half an hour and we will check more about your aircraft, something like that, okay? So in most of this what question it is like these 3 sentences, okay? And you do, if you do that, then you are good to go. They might ask you another hypothetical question. For example, you have an aircraft that you know 100% that it will crash. What you will do about that? And you know that there is anything else that you can do. What you can do about that? They want to see you how you will react in this, and you should be professional about that. And you should be like, there is not a chance that something like that will happen. But let's suppose that it happened, but I think that this will never happen. But let's suppose that this will happen. I will immediately talk to my supervisor or someone who is older and someone who is better to ask. Immediately I will go there and ask, so because it is an emergency, and when it is an emergency, it is like we must all the team should be 100% there, okay? Because it is an emergency, it is a mayday, it is a real emergency, okay? People will die, and I will ask them because they might know something better than me, might have a solution, a miracle happens, okay? What if they tell you something like, let's suppose hypothetically, I don't know. So what are your answers? Your answers are about, I talk to my supervisor, I'm honest, I tell him my mistakes, I tell him my colleague mistakes and something like that. Okay, these are the best answers, okay? Because you are not a professional, you do not know what you should do. They want you to see a lot of things, that you are not overconfident, you are not do things from your own, like you are a part of the team, you are someone who is higher than you, and there is a hierarchy, and this that is higher than you should know everything, and not only know everything, because he will solve the problems, okay, and something like that. And right now you will tell me that, oh, I don't want to tell bad things about my colleagues and something like that. Guys, this is a fucking interview. You must be professional. Okay, this is an interview. What else? So now last questions they are very like to hypothetical questions, and if you want you can do that, like to use some examples for scenarios that might be like the same, especially like in the first question, that it was like you see a colleague that wants to sleep because last night they had a lot of problem with his sleep. Okay, this might happen to you in real life also, or if it didn't, then it's okay. You can think something that like out of your mind, from your fantasy, that it might happen in different universe, something like that, to tell. Okay, so you can do that. For example, you tell all the 3 sentences, okay, that I told you and I've explained you, and after that you can tell like, I had a similar situation in my past and it was in my job. A colleague had the same problem and I did that and I did that and I did that, and it was a very good idea because my colleague talked to the supervisor, so it was good that he was honest, and also because I also talked to my supervisor, he had a good view on me. So, and also the problem solved. Okay, we worked as a team harder for half an hour, so he can go to sleep a little bit in his chair, and after that he was okay the other hours, because this 30-minute sleep make him to be good and strong. Okay, so the other questions should be not like hypothetical questions about scenarios, but real life scenarios. For example, they ask you, tell me a story about that, tell me a story about this, okay? And it might be like the same, like tell me a story when you make in your school or in your work, in something like that, a very big mistake. What did you do about that? Okay, and in all of these answers about tell me a story, tell me something of your life about something, what you did, what was the result, and something like that, we use the STAR method. This is scientific proven, okay? The STAR method. STAR method means situation, tough, I don't remember, right in Google, okay? STAR method about stories, okay? I think that the first is about, yes, situation, task, I don't remember the A, and the last is result, okay? How it goes. First you tell them the situation, okay? That I was in school, in this class, I was in my work and this is my work, I was in university and this is my university, okay? You give this situation what is going on, okay? after you give the task what did you do. Basically it's better not to listen to me and listen real HRs to tell you about that, because I'm not good in explaining, unfortunately. But if I remember well, it is like, okay, first you give like the environment, after you give what it was your goal, what you should have do. Like my goal is like to make a good exercise, a team project in school. My goal is like to be to give to my employer some reports, or like to make my customers happy and something like that. Okay, after is what did you do, and after that is the result. Okay, in your stories, guys, what I want you to tell you, like the HRs don't want you to think a lot and think something that is 100% real and something like that. They do questions like that more to see like, did he communicates good, can he talk, okay, he tell me something, can I understand that, is he good, like he has a starting point, details, and a finish point. Okay, or he talks like random sentences, he's not well organized, something like that. After they see, okay, is he smart, what he will tell me? He will tell me about something that the result was totally depression, like it was totally bad, or he will tell me something that the result was good. Okay, he will tell me something that it is unprofessional, something that is professional. Okay, they see more things like that, and not if you tell them truth or lies. They don't care so much about that. Even if you are a terrible liar, okay, and they will understand that you are a liar, they don't care so much about that. They care more about the things that I have told you. This is how it is goes. So don't like think tell to HRs like, let me think and let me think, and you are like sit down for 1-2 minutes and don't say a word, because you want to think something that is very realistic and something that, okay, no guys, do a mix. Okay, do a mix. The purpose of the question is different than what you think. Okay, for example, if it's one games, you play a game like, I don't know, left and right and something like that, or fuck about left and right game, because it's a good game. For example, the site has a game about the you know, like the patterns, the Rubik cube, something like that. Okay, and so someone, if he sees on the surface, he will probably think that, oh, this game is about to think about my IQ to, okay, and no, there is some things behind that. Okay, it is not only about IQ, it is also about, they want to understand you that, can you see the view of the pilot? Like, can you be inside of a pilot and see what he sees, something like that. Okay, I will not explain you more, because it is not needed to explain you, but every question has a purpose. It's not like always the question itself is behind the question. There is hidden things. Okay, and HRs in questions like that, what I've told you, like the story questions, they care about the behind. Okay, and not about the story itself. They actually don't care about the story. They care about the behind. Do you are a professional? Can you talk? Can you have a starting point, details and ending points? Do you have a good result? Okay, something like that, guys. So I was watching an HR, and she told to her audience things like that, okay, and she told, and it was the only HR that I have saw, and I was liking a lot about that. And she told to the audience to have your own memory bank, and I was like, what memory bank? What is that? And she knows very well English, okay? Her mother language, and I was like, memory bank, what is that? And she explains, memory bank is from your life, have like 10 stories that from your real life, okay? Have 10 stories that are true, but you can make that a little bit like to play with them, to be not 100% true. And these are your memories. And in interviews, when something happens, then because you have them as your bank, you remember the stories in your mind, okay? You play them, bam, you play the story, and you change the story a little bit, so it can fit with the question, something like that. So guys, this is it. I think I don't think that okay okay, yeah, another questions. And finally, we go to the final part of the interview, which is, do you have any questions? This is their questions, okay? This is one of their questions. And in this question, you should always make at least one question. I think that it is good to make 2 or 3, but it's okay. If they ask you, do you have any questions? Make a question. Okay. So, what might be your question? Okay, your question might be, so what are the next steps after the interview? Or how is the life of an air traffic controller? These questions go very well, especially, for example, your interviewer is an air traffic controller or an air traffic controller teacher. Tell me about what you do in your day actually. What I will probably, if I selected, I would do. Questions like that. Or do you advise me to read a book about aviation or something like that? Or don't ask about money. Okay, of course don't ask about money. And do some questions that they see that you have real interest about the job and how the things in reality are. Because okay, I will tell you some things, you listen some things from other sources, but in the end of the day it might be a little bit different, and they will tell you exactly how the life, how the daily routine, how the task will be, okay? You can ask about the career ladder, how the things are going. So I will be like an air traffic controller, and after can I climb? Can I go higher? Can I become a teacher or air traffic controllers? Can I become like a manager, something like that? But when you tell question about the career ladder, please be humble, okay? Don't show that you want like to eat them alive and you want your their positions, okay? There are tons of questions that you can make. Just prepare to make 1, 2, 3, okay? And do questions, especially if they ask you. Do not be like overconfident, and if you make a question about what you will do in the future, please put the verb if not the verb, the words, if I am selected, okay, if I'm a candidate, if you select me, okay, something like that. Do not think that, okay, it is obvious that they will take you, it is like 100%, but don't be overconfident that you will take you 100%, okay? Be a little bit humble. I can explain you why, but in these scenarios, this helps. These words helps a lot. So, and in the end, what else they will ask you? I don't know how the thing's going, because from country to country, from private sector to private sector, I'm public sector, so there is no negotiation here. I don't know if there will be a negotiation about your salary. I don't know. This is like a salary negotiation will take us a lot of hours to tell you things and advices and something like that, okay? In your scenario, okay, right now, if something goes on like that, I believe that the best option is like to let them exploit you. Yes, let them exploit you. And what I mean by that, you will tell something like, I have heard some prices about the salary of an air traffic controller, but for now, because you will study me, I will be a student for 1 year or something like that, and I want to see if I'm good for you, okay, if I can produce. I think that I'm very qualified and very good, because I have, as I already told you, I have this, I have that, but because you never know what is going on, the last thing that I care about now is my salary. When I will become good, then, and I will have some power, then I can negotiate. Now you can do whatever you think that is good, but it's good also like to have a salary that I can live, okay? that I can live my life, like, I don't know, a wage salary and something like that. So guys, what I have told right now, if you want a structure, okay, if you want a structure, you should tell, okay, first that you know, and you should somehow learn, okay, or make or expect something. First, you should tell them that you know how is the average salary there, okay, like you have make a research about that. The second that you tell them is like, I don't care right now about that, I care about to get the job, okay? so you will decide. And the third is like the next meetup, when you will be ready and you will know that you are good and they need you, okay, and they need you, so they will pay you a lot of money. And the third thing that you tell them is like, I think that I am very good candidate, I have this and that, okay. You tell your strengths, and I will negotiate when I will be a precious asset of your company, when I can produce work, and not just because, guys, okay, when someone learn as a teacher, something like that, okay, his job is not to be a teacher, his job is to be an air traffic controller, but because he is good, okay, he's also a teacher. And what is happening right here? The company pays you, okay, you and him, and you will not produce any work at the company, you not produce any value, okay. And also the person that is your teacher, if he didn't teach you things, for example, it is not an air traffic school, period, okay, and it is a period of only of work, then the company will have an extra asset, like he was working, so he worked, so he produced. So not only we are minus one person, but we are also minus like 30 salaries and something like that. So you should understand that, okay, and be a little bit humble, because it is like matter of time. It is matter of time to pay you a lot of money, okay. It is just matter of time. So be humble about that. So this is how the salary negotiation goes. Like, okay, I will tell again. I have made my research. Right now I don't care, because I know that you will study me and I will be not a precious asset of your company. But when I will become one, then I will go and negotiate you. But I will negotiate you something that is classic, I will not be arrogant, something like that, okay. This is how it goes, okay. And all things matters. What an HR wants to hear. An HR wants to hear someone that talks about that he will make the company stronger, that he will add value to the company, not someone that cares about his own life, like, I want this money because I'm poor, because I have a house to pay, because I have to pay like metro or fuel of a car to go to your work, because the inflation rise up, because we have a crisis, because they don't care about your personal life. They care only about, do you add value to the company, yes or no, okay. So play, and after to your next negotiation, you will go and you will give value. Like, something, I was like in my exams, like in first 10 people, I have good scores. I think that I'm good in my job. My supervisor tells the best things. I like this job. It is my dream job, and I want to continue forever. I like to have a family, and this air traffic control become my only income and be 100% there on the job. But you know something, I think that the fair value is this money, okay? Or I think, you know something, why the inflation goes up and we have the similar wage. If we have the similar wage and the inflation goes up, then it is like we have minus wage that previous year, something like that. Then when you have power, you negotiate like a pro, like a king. You give them you give them two things, like, you know something, I have value, I am a good, you know that I am good, and you know something, this is the reality of the market out here. So you must not must, but work. You should go my salary there, okay? This is how the things go about the salary. I don't know, might in your country, like mine, it is like not about negotiation. You have standards like this job is this money, this job after this years is this money, after this years is this money, if you climb the career ladder is this money. It's something like that. But in your country might be a little different. So, and the last thing that I want to tell you about the interview. Now, I don't think that in your country will go like that, but I will tell you and you will see if you can do that or not, okay? Usually, after an interview of a job, for example in finance, there are interviews that you don't know if they will take you to their company or not. You don't know. You believe that they will take you, but you have a probability like 80%, okay? You are not like 99%. But I think in your case it will be like 99%, okay? So the things are different. So in these jobs, okay, do you think it is like 80%? Do you think it is 60%? Do you think it is like 20%? It doesn't matter. You should send a follow-up email, a follow-up communication. Like, for example, someone told you to come here. Somehow he told you, like through phone, through email, through SMS, I don't know. Through something, someone told you that you can come for an interview, okay? From this, or if you find out another communication way, you send a message like it was, so look here. Basically the follow-up email, and I will tell you some things like, this is my personal advice, and I have tried that personally and to my some friends, and I saw that it worked. So I think it is good to say you also, but it is like my personal. I will tell that after. So let's say about what usually these messages do, the follow-up message. It is like, it was very nice. One sentence. Oh, sorry. First sentence, who are you? I am, my name is Athanasios, and your last name, you know. And I am a candidate about this job. And I want to say you thank you for the. So this was the first sentence. Who you are, and you are a candidate. My name is that, and I am candidate in this. Okay. Your second sentence, it will be like, thank you very much for the opportunity. It was really nice. I really appreciate that. And the third sentence, it is like, please let me know about the outcome. Okay. like 3 sentences, not more. Okay, this is usually is do. And what these methods do, this is a very professional method that it shows that you real like the company and the job, and you real want the job, and you are not a guy that, for example, I have sent like 20, 30, 50 resumes to different companies, and I had like 10 interviews. It is like I'm focused in you. It is very professional, and you ask them something like, so that you ask them like, tell me about the outcome. This message shows 3 things: professionalism, shows dedication, and you are like pressure them to tell you the income, and it is good. You will do that only one time, and the follow-up message should be like the same day or the next day. Do not do like the third day. Same day or next day. This is the best. Okay, if you are like forget that, then okay, do that after a week and something like that. But don't do that after a month, and okay, don't do that, something like that. What I personally have done in the past and helped me, okay. But I think that in your case, you will not need to send a follow-up email. Okay, I think that they will tell you if they will hire you or not the exact day after the interview. But I don't know what happens in your country. So wait. Oh my God. No conflict. I want to park my car. Thanks God, it was a perfect parking. So so what I do, for example, I was playing a game, and these games like Fist and something like that, as I have said before, it is not only in air traffic controller's job, it is also in a lot of different jobs like finance, like whatever you like. So what I do, usually they tell us like to play a game, and I send them a follow-up email after the game. Like I really all the things that I told you, like these 3 sentences, and I also tell them that something, I just find out that I have done this mistake, and this is and I wanted to write you that because I think it is very important, and I think that I have this soft skill, but because I was like anxiety, I did that, and something like that. I will explain you to understand. For example, I made, let's suppose that it was a game in finance, but it was like the same on Fist, okay. And for example, I did a conflict about the aircrafts. I was something like I did this mistake, and this mistake is a serious mistake because conflicts means deaths and something like that. Okay, I will, with beautiful words, okay, and professional vocabulary. And I do that, and all the times that I have done that, even if I wasn't good in the test, they took me to the next to the interview. But the things here is different. On Fist, it don't work like that, okay? Like you have Eurocontrol, which is an official, something like that. So this what I did in the past don't work in our case, but it works after the interview. If you think that you made something a mistake or something that you could do that, you could tell that better, you can tell that in the message, like, about the interview, when you asked me that, I said that, but now that I'm thinking, I think that what I want to tell you is that, but I had unfortunately anxiety and didn't think a lot, but it will not happen again. And always you write down that it will not happen again, okay? Damn. I give you guys free game. This, I don't know, because I have make like 10 recordings right now, and I don't know if the flow is okay, if I go good from recording to recording, or if I have missed things to tell you. And after that is a translation from my language to your language, and also it is like I don't have you, I don't see you, you cannot tell me your questions when I talk, and it is difficult, because I think that I'm like a very good like a professional, and you might be like a lot of questions, or you think that I am a very bad guy and I tell things that are unprofessional, or I tell you like to become an actor and not like your real version or something like that. But guys, I hope that I have give you good game. If we were in a cafe and we talk to each other in my language, then you will understand that this game, it is like unique. Okay, what I give you, it is very good, and this video should be not about air traffic control at all. This is like should be a video for a lot of jobs. So ask me your questions, and right now I will give you my last recording that is about Sebastian, that he was asking me about group assessment, and I told him about what I firmly believe. I told him about psychologists, about doctors, about how the job of an air traffic controller is. Okay. Sebastian, let's go! Congratulations, bro. You deserve that. I was like 100% sure that you would pass FIST. I was completely sure. So the short answer is no. I don't know how is this group thing that you talking about. Okay. But I have a lot of things to say to you that will help you in that, and we might be close, might be not. Okay. First of all, what happened in my country after FIST 2? We had orthophony class, orthophony exam. What was that? Like the hard thing was the FIST. Okay, this is all about. It's all about the FIST. After that, the next things that someone has is like, when I say about FIST, I talk about FIST 1 and FIST 2. Okay, because in some countries there is FIST 3, and FIST 3 is like a, if I remember well, like a psychology test. Okay, so all the hard thing is to pass FIST 1 and FIST 2. The other test is like from what I have understand, are you a normal person? Yes, I am a normal person. Perfect, you passed. Can you talk? Yes, I can talk. Perfect, you passed. It's like pass or fail. It's not Phase 1 and Phase 2 has marks, okay, have grades behind. I don't know if you can see them in your country or not, in Maastricht test or not, but we have the access to see our grades, okay, our total score. But I think that in some countries you can't. But what I want to tell you is like Phase 1 or Phase 2 is not like pass or fail. You have mark, okay? But in the other test, from what I have understand, is like pass or fail only. It is an easy thing, okay? In my country, we had orthophony, and in orthophony, what was the test? It was like basically, no, I can't tell you what was the test, but as an HR manager, if I was an HR manager, if I had an orthophony test to do to my candidates, what would I probably do? Okay, I will probably do like go to ChatGPT and write in English and in the airport's native language, okay, like a mini article about air traffic controller, like what an air traffic controller should do or something like that, an article, okay, in both of languages. And after that I will probably tell to ChatGPT to write directions. If you remember from the first one game coordination, I don't remember how it was called, the game that we had like coordinates and aircrafts and points, and we should choose the correct answer, and the answer have inside like total distance, rotation, what degrees of rotation, and left or right, and heading, what heading degrees, okay. In reality, this test is very good because an air traffic controller gives these commands to the pilot, okay. So it is not only to be clever and pass Phase 1 or Phase 2. You should also can speak, okay, to the pilot. Like pilot can understand your voice. So I could probably make like ChatGPT to make me sentence like that, what an air traffic controller tells to a pilot, what commands he give, and you should, Sebastian, also ask ChatGPT to tell you how to do that. I want to make an orthophony video about in my channel, but it will be like a joke, like they will tell me, Athanasios, are you sure you want to give us advices? You cannot talk. You don't know how to talk in English, like, and you will give us advices for orthophony. But I will make it that video, but I don't know when. Tell me when you will give, and I will try to do that. I am not sure yet, but I will tell you what I will do in this video right now. So look how air traffic controllers in reality talk, to give commands to the pilots or talk to each other. For example, we have an airplane, okay, like a brand of airplanes is like airlines, is like Transalvia, Aegean, Jet2, Sky Express, I don't know, there are a lot of names of airlines, okay. And for example, let's suppose that we want Jet2, okay, which is from UK, and is like the airplane is like Jet2 503, okay. But an air traffic controller, when he calls the pilot, that air traffic controller talks to the aircraft and not to the nickname or name of the pilot, okay, last name and like that. So in this world, okay, it's not like 503, it's like 503. So if I want to call an airplane to give some commands, I will tell Jet2 503, okay, Sebastian. So the next, after that, I want to give like heading, rotation, and my distance. It is exactly the same with a number. So if I want to tell him to turn left to 83 degrees and have heading to 110 degrees, then I will tell like Jet2 503, turn left to 83 degrees, heading 110. Okay, it is like that. And about flight level, because like when we go up, the airplane when it go up is climb, and when it go down is descent. It is like these words, like this is how they call, like Jet2 503 climb to 306 flight level, something like that. Or when they talk about nautical miles, they use the same, but they have a lot of things, okay, like this, the 1,000, when they talk about 1,000, because the 1,000 they talk about that, it is like 1,000. Or the number 9 is like niner, okay. This is all about. Or do you remember all the alphabetic, the phonetic alphabet that we had in sky test, radar test, like Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, and like that? When someone said you to repeat, for example, your name is Sebastian, okay, it is like when I want like to tell the word Sebastian, let's suppose that Sebastian is a point, okay, in the like in this airways map, okay. So it is like Sierra, Echo, Bravo, Alpha, Sierra, Tango, and like that, okay. This is how they call it. But all this what wants knowledge, and you don't have the knowledge, and they cannot like have you as an IHR. I cannot like have 3 fucking pages of how to talk, but I will probably had like a paragraph that I will explain, like in the numbers. Don't tell the numbers like 511, okay. Tell the number like 5-1-1, like that, okay? So you will play, for your better preparation, if you were in my country, it is good. Listen carefully, Sebastian, about that, what I will tell you. Do that. Do not get bored. Ace in the test, because a lot of people will see you. They might be future colleagues. It will be good to be perfect. It will be good because other guys will see you like an example. Will see you, this guy is good. He knows what he's doing. Okay. So what you will do for your better preparation will be record yourself and listen yourself. You should, when you speak to a pilot or something like that, you should be like to have a clear voice, to talk like normally. When I say normally, yes, you can speak slowly, but you should like be normal, not like a robot. So you will read this, you will read outside your voice. You will listen to your voice, a paragraph about air traffic controllers, what they should do in both of languages, and also sorry, what I wanted to tell, and also like to give ChatGPT a lot of commands. You will describe these commands, what you see in a radar game, these commands, okay, in the radar game, and the commands of the first one game coordinates, okay. You will write them example like that, and ChatGPT will write you what usually an air traffic controller tells, and ask them about that, like how I should tell them about the numbers, like 503 or something like that. This one, okay. In my country, what happens next, it was like a psychologist, but because I am not in the first school that will start like in a little days, and I will be in an after school, they have not talked to me to go to the psychologist. But because in my country, military is an obligation for all men, okay, and we had psychologists in the military, like I was in the army like 9 months, okay, good experience. it had fun, and what I have understand was like we all went to psychologists like at least 3 times, because a lot of things happen inside military, a lot of press, and it is good that they give us the access like to test very quickly, because we are like a lot of guys in the military, and the psychologists had like 5 to 10 minutes to understand what's going on. Okay, what I have understand, because in the first time that I went, because I was very in anxiety, I didn't tell much, and this helped me. Okay, in the second time, I didn't have anxiety, and I had a lot of time, and I talked to them more, and this wasn't good, because they cut some words that I said, that when I sleep, that I don't sleep very well, and when I don't sleep very well, I am very angry, and I thinking bad things, and I was telling them, right, I believe that all boys there is the same, and I am normal,
but the psychologists didn't stay in my sentence like I think that all boys we are the same, and because they also sleep very little bit, because we should like watch to security our military base. That's the reason. Okay, like we are should stay awake in the night, and after that less sleep, you become more angry. Okay, they didn't stay in that, and they like if a soldier like was there in 5 or 10 minutes, okay, psychologist, they had me like and asked me more questions about these two sentences, like 5 to 10 minutes, only about these two sentences that I said. The third time, because I had a lot of things to do in the military and I didn't have time, I didn't have neither anxiety and I didn't have neither time, and I was like pretty fast. How are you? I'm pretty fine. Perfect. Do you have any problem? Not at all. All are perfect. I was like that, okay? And it was like very quickly. So, ask ChatGPT or see some YouTube videos. Unfortunately, I cannot help you a lot with that, with the psychology stuff. But I think that if you are like, I'm okay, I'm a normal person, I don't have any problem, and if you ask you questions like, do you have this, do you have that, do you have that, do you have that? No, like only a no, not more, not less, only no, okay? Or do you have any, are you good with that, are you good with that, are you good with that? Yes, like that. Easy call, bro. So, and after the psychology test, they go us to doctors, and doctors check like, can your eyes see, or you need sunglasses? Glasses. And this is not a problem because a lot of people, yes, they can't see without their glasses, and before they become official air traffic controllers in my country, they do a surgery in their eyes so they can see. It is like, if I remember well, in my country it costs like 2,000, but this job is very high paying job, so it is not a problem like to give 2,000, and after that in the first month like to have them back and have also a lot of money more. So these guys tell to the doctors like, give us like 2 weeks to go to a doctor and do the surgery, and the community there is okay, yes, perfect, okay, do that and come after to check your eyes and tell that your eyes are good. So what I understand now, I've talked to you about my country. Let's talk about yours, okay? What I understand is, because an air traffic controller job has a lot of teamwork. For example, to understand, there are 3 types of air traffic controllers, okay? 3 types. The first type is the guy who is in the tower of the airport. This guy uses like, how they call them? Like they are like glasses that you can see far with lens, that you can zoom out or zoom in. It is like an object that you put it in, you have it with your hands, and you put your eyes in that object and you can see very far. It is very common and very cheap, like 30 euros, I don't know. and they have like that, and they see the airplanes that they come, and they talk to the pilots that go and land to this landing road, or like, no, don't land right now, do a cycle. And when I mean cycle, they give like perfect commands, like go to that point, and after that to that point, and turn left, turn right, degrees, and all this stuff. And they do also the other job, like, yes, aircraft, you can leave the airport and go to your destination, and like that. So there is a lot of teamwork, like, between the pilot and the air traffic controller. Also, there is a lot of teamwork between the first type that I talk about and the second type of air traffic controller. The second type of air traffic controller is like a little above it. It is, how I will tell that, it is the maneuver guy. It is like he give commands to airplanes a little before they go to the airport, and usually this guy tells to airplanes like to wait or make cycles, because there are, for example, a lot of too much airplanes, and there might a conflict like that. But when the type 2 tells to airplane to descend so it can go to the airport, the air traffic controller type 2 communicates with an air traffic controller type 1, and he tells to him like, bro, I will send you this airplane, command now this airplane to land. And the opposite, when an airplane goes off from the airport, the air traffic controller type 1 tells to the type 2 what is happening. And after that, there is the air traffic controller type 3, which is like the cruise mode, okay? This air traffic controller it is called the approach, okay, if I remember correct. This air traffic controller has the most, it is like, how to it is like the best, okay? And he usually controls like most of the map of the country. It is not alone, okay? The teams are very big, okay? And they usually, for example, there is not like a team of type 3 of a team of type 2 or type 1. They are like these guys have a lot of teams, and they how to tell it in English, like, for example, from 10,000 feet to 20,000 feet, it is like one team of air traffic controllers controls that height of the sky. Above this height, another team. Above this height, another team, and like that. So there is what I want to tell you. Okay, before I go to conclusions to help you about what might be your test, what I before that, So the approach, the type 3 guy, okay, it is like type 2 guy told to him that I will climb an aircraft, so you take control of it, and it's like it goes like a straight line. Usually it is like cruise mode, easy, like a straight line. But this guy talks to the air traffic controller of another country. For example, I have an airplane in Spain, and I want this airplane wants like to go to Portugal. So the air traffic controller of Spain, type 3, will talk about the air traffic controller of Portugal of type 3 to tell him like, you know something, an aircraft, I will send you an aircraft. Okay, it is like that. There is a lot of communication. There is teams. Okay, it is not I am alone, I talk to other guys. I'm in a team and I talk to other team. Okay, so what I believe that they want to see you. Can you talk? For example, can an air traffic controller can understand you? Can a pilot can understand you? Are you a teammate? For example, are you an active listener? Do you listen what they told you? Or, for example, you have anxiety, or for example you have like you are a very greedy guy, and you are overconfident and you don't listen what they talk to you. So what you will do, if you want, okay, first of all relax, and even if you do not do any preparation at all, you will pass. Okay, because the hard thing was the test that you had. But if you have the time, the power, or something like that, record yourself and listen after that yourself, and make your voice better and better. And don't do like Aegean. Let's talk about Aegean is an airlines, but you probably don't know. J2, for example, J2, 5, 1, 3, don't use the word or don't like. Okay, orthophony. Talk like you talk to your mother, for example, okay? And do that. Be a good guy right there. Like, okay, what I will tell you, we are in 2025, and I should not tell you that, but this is a reality, okay? Clothes matter. Appears matter. Go there like a nice guy, okay? Wear good clothes, or have a good haircut. Be a nice guy, be a clean guy, be a normal guy, be like in the games, they are like the NPCs, be an NPC, okay? Be a fucking NPC. Talk good, be a teammate, have good social skills and like that, and you will be like the best there. You will be the best there, okay? So this is it. I want you, after all this story, to tell me what happened, what it was. And I hope you the best. I want you to tell you, Sebastian, not only to you, but all the people that passed Phase 1 and Phase 2. I think that we have a very capable mind, and if
we want to do something in our lives, then and if it is good for our souls too, okay, because sometimes we want some things but they are bad for our souls, okay, and if it's good for our souls and we will do hard work like we did about our feast preparation, I believe that we are capable. I think that we can do that. I believe that we should have confidence. Okay, so bro, I wish you the best. Tell me what's happened. Also, don't worry about the recording of the sky test. If you want, okay. If you can, do that. For the good of the people, like, it will help a lot of people. Thank you very much, bro. Great news. I like that you told them. Bye.